Hi, how's everybody doing? First, I have to apologize for either video quality or sounds or angles or yada yada yada. Um, we're still trying to figure this out and slowly figuring it out, and I'm sorry for either bad videos or bad sound or whatever. Hopefully, we will get this figured out, so just bear with me. It's kind of like, the first season of any show is like not that good. If you ever go back and binge watch series and you're like, the first season's the worst. Anyways, nor here nor there. Um, Yesterday, I had a pretty hard day. I don't know, it's just one of those days where just life, if any of you have had teenagers or have teenagers or going to have teenagers, they just tend to suck the life out of you or any joy or happiness. They also add to it, but it seems like, they're just hard. They're hard on every aspect of life. And if yours aren't hard, then hey, why don't you comment and tell us what we're doing wrong? Because it's just, some are more difficult than others. And it just had a dark cloud. I just had a dark cloud over me. And I just, you just can't, like, it's just hard to see the good at all. And I started, I started thinking about the sun outside. And I love the sun. I love laying out. I love being warm. There's nothing, I love everything to do with that. And we knew, my son's friend was in a mission in Finland. He was in Finland for 2 years. And for the first, I want to say, and I could be wrong, but I swear for the first 6 months, he never saw the sun. And he was just like, for the love, and he's like, it was so hard. And I know what that's like. I grew up in Seattle, trust me. I know what it's like to go months without seeing the sun. And I thought about that, and I thought, when it's dark and gray and stuff and you don't see the sun, it's hard. Maybe it's not for everybody, but for me it is. And I couldn't help but think about the Son of God. And when I don't have him in my life, when I can't see him, when he seems different, when it seems clouded and dark, life seems harder. And how do we bring him back in? What do we do? And that's why I think Christmas is such a great time, because at Christmas time, there's Christmas carols going around, and you can't help but hear Christmas carols about Christ. And as you look for Christ, and sometimes I remember one time when we were in Hawaii, and it was cloudy where we were, and we were driving all around the island to try to find the sun. And the funny part is we ended up back at our original place, at our house, and that's where the sun ended up being. But we had spent like an hour or something. And so you think about those dark days, the days where you feel things are dark. You need the light of Christ. And sometimes you have to have effort. Sometimes it takes effort to get him. I wish it would just be as easy as turning on the light switch in your house, and that you could have the light of Christ, the sun, in your life. But it takes effort sometimes. And whether it takes where it means, for me yesterday, what I did is I just listened to church talks. I listened to uplifting talks. And those talks, there were just certain lines, instead of listening to the radio, instead of binging Netflix, instead of, sitting and feeling sorry for myself, I put around me Christ. Whether it's reading the scriptures, whether it's listening to uplifting music, whether it's listening to uplifting talks or something about Christ, that I had to search him out. I had to go find him. I needed to find the light, the sun. And so when we have those hard days, when we have those days where it seems like, or even weeks or months, we need to do our part. And I know that you can find the light of Christ. And be the light of Christ to others also. smile. Don't let any unspoken good thought go. If someone looks great, tell them. If someone looks happy, if someone did something, just let them know. Let Christ's light shine in you, and that can be a light to others that day. So I hope you have a bright day through the light of Christ, through our Son, our Savior. Have a wonderful day.